Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got Bert and Lanny, your favorite dividend investors out here, guys. Get your favorite hot beverage. I got my, little hot chocolate going on this morning right now, guys. But we got an action-packed. It's back again, guys. The Dividend Diplomat stock purchases from the past week.
Right, smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Help your boys keep climbing and keep growing our channel. These are always one of our favorite videos because we put out videos 5 days a week. We talk about stocks we're looking to buy. We talk about stocks we're looking to sell. We talk about our overall portfolio moves. But most importantly, we put our money where our mouth is, and we are fully transparent. We tell you all of our big stocks moves, our successes, our failures, and this is why this is the most fun, because we're going to talk to you about the stocks and ETFs we bought last week.
Oh yeah, guys, I know it's been a pretty funny week out there. The S&P 500 actually finished down 2.3%, below 5,900, did not stay above the 6,000 mark that they sent a week prior in the S&P 500. All news has been on, as Bert and I have been discussing quite a bit lately, all news has really been on Bitcoin. So the crypto world has kind of taken over the investing world, which is pretty fascinating, right, Bert?
Yeah, and for all those people out there, they're like, hey, you guys are the dividend diplomats. Why are you talking about crypto? It's kind of hard not to talk about crypto right now. It's kind of hard to ignore what's going on in the investing world. And you know what? We are investors too, believe it or not, whether it has a dividend or not. So it's always fun to see what's going on in the major news with Bitcoin, especially when you see a jump from the 60s and 70s to the 90,000 in what, less than a month, Lanny?
Less than a month, guys. But guess what? You're right to the point where we put most of our money is in dividend income producing, passive income producing stocks. And that's what today's video is all about. Where did we put our money? Where did Bert put his money this past week? Where did this guy put his money last week? Because guess what? We added almost in total between both of us $100 in passive income, guys. We were not playing around. We got a lot of capital off the sidelines because the market showed a lot of red in the waters, right, Chico?
That's right here. And this is the moment we've been waiting for. We've been waiting to see some value in some dividend stocks. And you're going to see some common themes, especially in a lot of the companies that we have been buying and a lot of the sectors that are showing signs of undervaluation between the two purchases among us.
Oh boy. So let's get right into it because there's a lot to go over, guys. I'll jump start it with the Vanguard trifecta. You betcha. Man, I haven't said it in a long time here on the channel. Buying my VYM weekly, VIG, VOO daily. So VYM picked up 3 shares from my wife. She got it at $132.92, added $10.89 in forward income. She actually got it on Tuesday because the bank transfer did not go through because of the closure on Monday. I picked it up on my SoFi app at $132.42 on average, added $12.27, 3.38 shares. So that was spread throughout Monday and Wednesday this week. So that was Vanguard's high dividend yield ETF. That is a beast and a staple in my portfolio.
Wow.
Quickly, VIG 1.21 shares, bought $50 a day, $250 for the week at an average price of $201.76, added $4.14 to the portfolio. And then VOO S&P 500 ETF from Vanguard, a whole 0.51 shares at an average price of $548.48, which is insane. I remember when this was below $400. And so I put in $300 for the week, added $3.45 to my dividend income through Vanguard's VOO.
That's huge. That's the power of the trifecta. You betcha, Lanny. That's about $1,400 put in amongst those 3 Vanguard ETFs, adding a grand total of $30.75 in those Vanguard ETFs alone.
But I wasn't the only one buying ETFs at the start of the week, Bert. I'm tossing the chain to you.
All right, we've been buying for my wife, we had been buying 4 shares of SCHD. Then we were buying 5 shares of SCHD every single week. And then their 3-to-1 share split happened. And been buying a little bit more. I've gotten it as close to $500 as I can, which right now is 17 shares of SCHD every single week. I know that's a funny number. I know that's not a round number, but it's
It just
close.
seems like a ton.
I know it does. It's funny, especially when you went from buying 4 or 5 to now 17. The price I got them at was 29.22 at the beginning of the week. We put in $496.74, adding $16.66 of income. Then we bring it back to my portfolio. We've been adding that 1 share of VIG every single week with the price of 203.22 this week. So it's like you were saying, you remember when VOO was below 400? I remember VIG when I started this, I think was in the 160s, and now it has shot up to 203. This added $3.23 to my income. So not the full amount of the trifecta, you betcha, but this was $700 into 2 ETFs right out of the gate at the beginning of the week.
$700 invested, $20 in passive income added. I love it, Bert. Your SCHD position is got to be massive now. What you said, you have 1,000 shares or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's close to, I think, 1,050 shares if it hasn't been already. So it's growing and it's growing quickly, and there's no stopping now for SCHD.
No stopping the train. The train says keep going, collect checks, break necks, guys. Now let's get into the second round of purchases with me here. On Monday, that 11th, guys, I did buy 1 share of Pfizer PFE. Yes, I did. I've been talking about it. I don't just talk about it, I am about it. I did buy one at 26.46, added $1.68 to the portfolio on that day, 6.35%. Then I also bought 2 shares of Shell on Wednesday at 64.55. I wanted them below 65. They were there. Boom. I've been talking about the price points that I like, some of the stocks that I've been watching at, and they hit it. So I bought 2 shares, $129.10, added a nice $5.50 at an average yield of 4.26%, Bert.
Beautiful. That's a nice little tranche there. Pfizer and Shell. I absolutely love it, Lanny. Bringing it back here. I'll go through 2 more purchases that I made here. 1 share of Archer Daniels Midland, ticker symbol ADM. Been saying it for a while. I love ADM in the low 50s, despite some of the noise, despite some of the scandals that have come along with them. Always great to add that Dividend King. ADM, that 1 share, 52.50. Love it. We now own over 160 shares, and that added another $2 to our dividend income. We're waiting for that February dividend increase.
Oh, that's just nice. You
Yep.
weren't done with just ADM, though.
No, this was on Thursday the 14th, I believe. I think Thursday was the 14th. I can't even remember
Yep.
right now.
Yep, you're right.
All
Yeah.
right. Added that 1 share of Elevance Health, ticker symbol ELV. We had been buying it. We have an average cost basis of $420, but I was able to scoop up another full share at $406.77 per share, adding $6.52 of income because they have that low 1.6% yield.
Now, Elevance is, formerly Anthem, guys, low yield, high growth. Stock has tumbled about $100+ a share because of obviously, first you had the concerns with Medicare, Medicaid, and, similar to like Pfizer's situation, the big, Robert Kennedy Jr. Pharma.
Yeah. And look, I'm not going to build a massive, I have 6 shares, so I'm getting into a pretty comfortable size position, maybe up to 10 shares, and then I'll call it a day and let it ride and see what happens, especially with some of the headwinds it's facing, or just keep adding, keep dropping $10, $15 per share, just keep adding another one.
So yeah, so similar, Bert's passing the buck over here. I said I wanted J&J under 150. I think it was 152 or 154, something like that. Well, they hit 150, 149 on Thursday for me. So I bought 1 share of Johnson & Johnson, the Dividend King, guys, adding 496 to my passive income total on that Thursday, average yield of 3.27%. Similarly, I did also buy 1 share of Elevance Health at $406.13, adding 652 at a yield of 1.6%.
Beautiful.
That position's getting pretty big for me as well. And then I wasn't done on Friday. I said, all right, it's time to steamroll as well. I bought 4 shares of Pfizer again at $24.79. So said, hey, if I can get 4 shares at $100 or less, let's do it. 6.78% yield, really adding a jolt to the income there, guys, adding $6.72. And then I wanted Pepsi at below, I think it was like 161, 162 as well. Well, bought one share of Pepsi at 158.93. So that definitely was hitting my target zones. And I said, yeah, this is what I said. So I'm following through. $5.42 in dividend income at an average yield of 3.41%.
Why you set the target zones, that's so you know when it hits the price, you can act. It's a very easy decision. You're not messing around. You're not guessing. You know, you saw the price and then you acted on it. So I freaking love it. In my last purchase, obviously, I followed suit. I added 5 shares of Pfizer at $24.91. So it's $124.57, adding $8.40 of income, scooping up some shares and building those positions between myself and my wife. It was spread amongst the two accounts, while it is yielding nearly 7% right now. So that's where the value is.
Huge, huge. I dig it, man. I'm right there with you, obviously. So, guys, just a quick recap here. I invested across the Vanguard ETFs, Pfizer, Shell, J&J, Pepsi, and Elevance Health, $2,370. And I added just over $61 in dividend income in 1 week.
Let's freaking go, Lanny. I love it. $2,400 is absolutely wild. We didn't have as much. We added to SCHD, VIG, ADM, Elevance Health, and Pfizer, adding $1,283 and $36.81 of income, an average yield of 2.87%. Lanny, what is that combined for the two of us this last week?
Man, we were close to the 4K, guys, but we invested just over $3,600 in dividend stocks between both diplomats here. $98.36 in dividend income combined, guys. What did you guys buy this past week? What stocks to buy are out there right now? Let us know how much you bought, how much passive income you added, and what stocks you're looking into this week, guys.
If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and remember, you're either with us or you're against us. Jack.
That was Bert the Herd and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.